Hello everyone. Post show review. Try and do them after all the televised shows now. Dalton Smith just finished. Dalton Smith is very good, very very good. I think he's brilliant. I always have. Big fan of him. Super nice fella as well. Brilliant. As far as European title fights go, and talking about winners boxing for world titles and in contention, and I know Dalton Smith's expected to win, but the fellows in the ring with there had a good proper look at his record earlier and stuff. He shouldn't be boxing Dalton Smith at this stage. He shouldn't be boxing for the European title. He shouldn't be even spoke about one fight away from boxing the best at 140. I've got no problem Dalton Smith boxing that fella because he hasn't boxed. He's only boxed once in 19 months. I don't think there's any issue with him boxing that fella in a 10-rounder on an undercard of a big show. I think that'd be fine. But as far as European title fights go, really poor. And I want not the most poor I've seen, because the European title in the last few years, for me, in my opinion, has just dropped dramatically. Dalton Smith is a very, very good European champion. Make no mistake about that. He's a very good European champion and a possible future world champion. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. But Uiza, poor, really poor. You could see he was poor from the get-go, really. At a level, he'll be tough. At a level, it'll be awkward. But not that level. I'm probably not one or two below it, to be honest. So that's me having a rant. I think just really poor, really, as a main event on the zone. On a card that lacked any kind of depth anyway. Thought it was poor. I just thought I'd say my piece, really. Thought it was bad. I'm not sure if it was mandatory, maybe it was mandatory and all the rest of it. I don't know. I'm just saying what I see. But Dalton Smith is fantastic. Really good. Who he will box next, I'm not sure. They'll probably tell us. I've got it on pause. They'll probably tell us. He's nearly, I think he's 27 going on 28. So I was about to say you don't need to box a Jack Catchell or all these top guys. But at that age, I guess he's probably not far off. I'm sure we'll hear he needs to box Azim, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, he's one of the best fighters in Britain, for definite. Me complaining about the standard of the opposition and where the European title is at the moment is no slight on Dalton, because Dalton is exceptional. Who he will box next, I'm not so sure, but hopefully it's a challenge for him, a real challenge and a proper step up. Because he's arguably already world class. But one fight in 19 months, then boxing that fella, that ain't doing him no favours either. But rant over. Moving on to Conor Walker, Harry Scarf. I thought Scarf would win. I thought Scarf would outbox him, outmaneuver him, and probably win on points. And after 8 rounds, I was feeling a bit smug. Mate, after 2, 3, 4, 5. After every round, barring the last one, I'm feeling very smug. Yeah, I thought, yeah, I've got this one spot on. Walker's unbelievably tough. What the fuck is that? Yeah, unbelievably tough and strong. Obviously carries a dig. Because Scarf is very good. Scarf is probably the most underrated fighter in Britain, I think, at the minute. Probably more so after that. Just got caught with a peach of a punch. Fair play Conor Walker, buzzing for him. Good fella, good fighter, tough. One I like to watch. So congratulations to him. Commiserations to Scarf, who will now, I'm sure, be head of the Who Needs Him club, because I wouldn't box Harry Scarf. And I think the line to boxing will be very, very short. Nobody wants to box Harry Scarf. He is indeed horrible. But fair play Conor Walker. Scotney, I think Scotney, difficult actually, because I was watching, I thought she's probably the best female fighter in the UK, but you got Chantal Cameron, Caroline Dubois in the gym with her. There's some really good ones. Female boxing, the main issue with female boxing, the main problem you could say is the lack of depth. But I thought the opponent tonight was good, actually. She was super tough. She looked very strong and heavy-handed. Just didn't have the ability of Scotney, but I don't think many will. At Super Bantam, I'm not going to profess to be an expert in female Super Bantamweight boxing, even though I manage one. I manage the European Silver Champion, I probably should. But at the highest level, I'm not overly sure. World champions, I'm not really sure the world champions are. I could say the British champion, Commonwealth, English. You know, I could tell you all about that. But Scotney, they're going to have to be very good to beat her. She's exceptional. My dad used to take me on the pads and he called one punch the Scotney. So obviously, my dad is a very hard man to please, and he thinks she's very good as well, and she is. The other fights, Ibrahim Sulaiman, I didn't really watch much of it, but he's very good. He's a clever boxer. He takes some beating. Down at that weight, big at the weight, he's good. Hamza Uddin hasn't impressed me the last twice. The first two fights, I thought, wow, this fella's amazing. The last twice, I haven't been as impressed, to be honest. But he's young. He's very young, so you've got to give him time. The other two fights, is there two more fights? Have I missed one? I think I've missed one. Have I missed one? Cruiserweight, Trey Dewberry, he got dropped. Yeah, he won the fight. The Italian isn't great, but he's game, and you know, he'll do that to kids who aren't that good, I guess you could say. Dewberry's a fantastic athlete, but the boxing don't come overly natural to him. But I guess with time he will get better. And that opponent, his record was negative, but he tried. He really tried. They got him a better opponent than they probably could have. So, you know, being kind, Dewberry a bit more time. Hopefully he improves, and hopefully and maybe an area title in him. I'm not sure who's about in the Midlands, but I think that's all the fights covered. Only 6 fights. Yeah, the main event ruined it for me because it was just, yeah, it was what it was. It was a waste of time, to be honest. Not for Dalton Smith, but for the public, just a waste of time. The other fella was not useless at all. He's not a bad fighter at all, but nowhere near that level.